Alright, what's up Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be taking a look at another Legends deck, but this time we're going to be doing stuff a little bit different and focusing on the Graveyard. Y'all seem to really like those different types of Graveyard, Slowkirk decks, so this should be one that y'all should really enjoy, and it's going to be a bit different than a couple of the other decks that we've played. So let's hop right on in and take a look at what kind of crazy wild pile we're playing today. And don't forget, if you'd like to support the channel, please hit that join button down below and get a lot of little extra tidbits, if you will. And if you want to protect all of your nerd gear, remember to check out ultrapro.com/PowrDragn. Use promo code PowrDragn. You'll save 5% at checkout, and they will support the channel. Okay, so we are starting at the top with Thalia. Part of the reason is we're playing pretty much all creatures here. And that means we don't care about Thalia, hopefully to slow our opponents down. We still know that mono blue is a thing. We still know that mono black's a thing. So this card's going to be pretty good for us, I'd imagine. Now, I believe this is going to be the only non-legend we're going to play this day in Urborg. Like, the Urborg Lurgoyf does a lot because we want things in the graveyard here. Some stuff we can play out of the graveyard, some things trigger from things going to the graveyard. So like, this is going to do a lot of different work for us. And with all of our stuff being creatures, the odds are we're hitting lands or creatures, and both are going to be okay for this deck. We are playing a couple of Dinnick, and again, Dinnick can be played out of the graveyard, so we don't hate that. It's a 2/3, so it blocks very well against a lot of things, and it'll gain some life. So we like all that, buying us time to set up all the stuff we want to get to. We also have Ellis Ilkor. I know some people really like this card. It seems like every time it comes up on a deck list, I get comments of people saying how much they like this card. They're glad to see it in another deck. Well, here's another opportunity for us to play it, and more importantly, it's another card that gains life, which is nice, so it fits really well with what we're doing. But it can also lead to just killing your opponent, because you can nick them just little by little, and it does add up. Now, this is also a home for a Ludovex. Since we have so many different creatures that are going to end up in the graveyard, this is going to be a great card to play. So anytime it comes in the battlefield or attacks, you mill a card, which again, fuels a bunch of our other stuff. But you can pay 2 blue, 2 black, and X, you exile a creature from your graveyard, and then you transform it. When you transform it, it becomes a 4/4. It gets a number of +1/+1 counters equal to the number of creatures you just exiled. You also choose one of those creatures, and it gets the traits of that creature. So, let's say, I don't know, you want to remove a Rafine or a Lagrella or whatever, it gets those traits in addition to being a 4/4 zombie with the +1/+1s. So it's just another quality creature, let you turn it into something bigger. Super nice. Unfortunately, you have to use it as a sorcery, so there is that restriction. But it is another 2/3 body that will block very well for us. Then we are trying out some old Rutstein, because again, fuels the graveyard. It can make some bodies, it can make some blood tokens, or some treasure. We kind of like all parts of the stuff that this does for us, so we're going to give that a go. And then, of course, Slowkirk. If we have so many things putting stuff in the graveyard, the odds are we're going to hit some lands. And when you hit lands, you get to grow Slowkirk. And then you also can return them to your hand. Keeps them from dying. So this is going to be pretty annoying for your opponent. One of the ways we actually get to keep fueling this as well is with Rafine. Because Rafine, a lot of times, you don't necessarily want to put spells in the graveyard anyway. So now when you're putting lands in there, between Rafine and Slowkirk, you actually get to do some real cool things and grow a really big creature. So we like that a lot as well. We're going to try out 2 Lagrellas just as another way to remove some creatures to keep us pushing forward. Just wanted a little bit of extra flexibility here to be able to just not get stuck, right? We're not playing real spells for removal, so we had to find other ways to do it. We're trying out a Shanna in this list. It kind of looks a little odd when we say like Shanna just by herself, but we do actually have Ellis and we have Dinnick. So a lot of times if we're only spending 1 or 2 mana, we're still going to be able to get extra cards every turn for very little investment. And I'm kind of all for that here. And if for some reason we decide to grow Rafine or grow Shauna with something like Rafine, then we get to gain a lot more life and draw a lot more cards. So yeah, I'm cool with one spot. However, I have been thinking about it. It is possible I could see us playing this as maybe an Urtai if we wanted another creature kill spell or a way to counter something. So we'll see how the games go, because we do have quite a bit in the 3 mana slot. So it wouldn't be unreal to move Shanna to being Urtai. We'll see by the end of the video, though. And then Ratadrabic of Urborg. This just makes all of our stuff harder to kill. Everything has vigilance, because we're playing mostly legendary creatures. When those die, we get extra copies. This card's actually pretty quirky, but I really do like what it can do for this type of deck. And it gives you some protection against sweepers, which is also very nice. Lands, we're playing a lot of lands. We're playing 28 lands, I believe I have in this list. And it's because we're playing 2 Iganjo, 2 Otawara, and 2 Takenuma. We're also playing 2 Boseiju. But it's really these first 3 because we're not playing any actual spells. So this lets us have removal. This lets us bounce things. This can also get things back out of the yard. We're putting a bunch of stuff in there. So if we want to find one of our key creatures, Boseiju gives us some flexibility to kill some enchantments, but I don't like using this a lot of times early because they also get to search for a land. But if we have to, we have to. So these are basically doubling as some spells in our deck since we're not actually playing real spells. Then we've got 2 Attica Waste, 4 Caves of Kolos, 3 Deathcap Glade, 1 Yavimaya Coast, 3 Rafine's Tower, 3 Spara's Headquarters, and 4 Plaza of Heroes. So yeah, overall, this should be a pretty fun and interesting deck. For those of you that like graveyard stuff, you should have a blast with this. But you know how we find out. We're going to play some games and see if it works. And as usual, catch me on the back end of the video, and we'll see if we want to make any changes. All right, we get to go first at least here, and we're definitely keeping this. This is actually really good for us, considering we get to play Spara's Headquarters on 1, and then we kind of get our pick. We're probably just going to play Thalia, though. I mean, Thalia into Rafine is not the worst case scenario. I will admit, Dinnick into Rafine is actually not bad either, getting to grow this and get a bunch of life. But I was going to say, till we really know what we're up against, but then we drew a second Dinnick. But I don't know, I'm going to go with this anyway. We'll see if I regret that or not. Looks like not is going to be the answer. They're putting another land into play tapped here, so we should be mostly okay. Anything else they can play with 1, Thalia can fight pretty effectively here. I need that later, not really now. I might want to hold on to our Takenuma, so I'm going to go ahead and play this as our card of choice. And we're just going to get in there for 2. Discard one of these Dinnicks, actually. Alright. Ooh, they didn't even come after our Rafine. That's nice. Alright. Alright. Okay. We're gonna get to do some things now. Let's attack. I think I'm still gonna put the counters on Thalia because I have a feeling they're gonna want to come after Rafine. And I'd rather have the creature left over there. Let's discard one of these. And man, do I just get rid of the other Dinnick here knowing I'm going to play the Urborg? Actually, no. This is tough. This is really tough, actually. I'm going to get rid of this. And we don't really get a bonus, so that kind of sucks. But whatever. Alright, they are blocking, so that's good news. Nope, they're choosing not to block. Alright. That's peculiar. But let's see what's up. And I will... If we play this, this would let us activate this while the Rafine's still out. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, wait. I already played a land for the turn, didn't I? Never mind. I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah. Alright, end the turn. Thought for some reason I forgot I played a tap land there. Alright, opponent did get to 4 land as well. Alright, there's a Liliana of Davale. Sure.
When I win, you're telling me.
We sacrifice a creature. Resolve. I guess we're just going to sacrifice that Dinnick. He did not live very long. But not a big deal. We can play it back out of the yard. Oh, this is nice. We can remove the opponent's creature and not have to worry about it. Yeah, I was going to play Dinnick, but whatever. This seems fine. Get rid of that. And then we'll attack. Send this here. Send this here. And opponent gives up. This is fine. This is like one of those ones, like you keep it. It's not like crazy exciting, but it sort of does what you want. Like we may end up just kicking Largoyf for 1 just to kind of stay on pace here, but we'll see how this game goes. Definitely playing one of these tap though early. I mean, our real concern, well, I don't know, we did pick up an extra land, so I guess we're okay. I was just thinking about tap lands plus Iganjos and stuff being a little weird here. But this isn't the worst thing. Go ahead and play that. And then maybe try to get a Slowkirk down. I think that's fine. I'm assuming opponent's just going to go search for a land on this turn. And then after that, we try a Goyf. And then we'll just see what happens. No attacks, obviously, because we can't win that battle. Yep. Kind of assumed that was the case. They did find a land, a basic swamp. So they're obviously doing some graveyard shenanigans. And it's good to know that this exists. Which is probably what they're leaving mana up for here. That's a little unfortunate. How do we want to go about this? If we think they actually have a tower shell, then we probably want to try one of these and then stick the Ratted Rabbits next turn, because that's going to be more important, I think. So let's try for this. Oh, I don't have black mana, though. I can only do this for 3 anyway, because I don't have Ratted Rabbits in play. All right, that's fine. Probably still worth it. I don't think I can produce mana to kick this. Yeah, I was like, why did he even ask me? All right. And then just the blue. I'm assuming this is going to get countered, but I could be wrong. All right. Sounds good. So we basically got what we wanted out of this. All right. Question is, do you have more? What are we going to do here? Now, remember, Thalia also doesn't tax this because it's just coming from a creature, just an ability. It's not a spell. Oh, that's super unfortunate. I guess we could bounce that later. All right. I think we're just going to roll with this for now. And I'm not sure if I want to play the Takenumar or the Sparus Headquarters. I kind of want to cycle this also. But I also kind of want Otawara. So, yeah. No attacks. Let's see what they got. I think in the opener, I might have messed... Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I might have said all legends had vigilance. They don't have vigilance until they come back as zombies. All right, Sky Turtle, returning a land. Sounds good. Yeah. Okay. Let's Otawara to bounce that. And then I'm going to use this so we can maybe try to put some lands in the graveyard. That we did. We'll get back our own Duder. And then we'll attack for lots many. All right. In the turn. So yeah, they started out a little bit shaky for us. Not really sure what the opponent's deck. I mean, obviously they're a graveyard based something. But yeah, I don't think we really have a concern here. Yeah. All right. This is a pretty normal hand for the most part. We'll keep this. And then we'll get an Ellis into a Rafine into a Lurgoyf and try to get max value out of it, I guess. You know, I think I'm willing to... Yeah, well, am I willing to take a point? Because I'm going to end up having to play this anyway. Nah, I'm going to take a point here. I think we can afford it. And we'll just see what happens. Got to find... Yeah, I don't know. Oh, Infernal Grasp for that. Cool, cool. That works. What is the opponent up to? Alright, I'm going to go with this. Drop a Rafine. Next turn, we kind of have to play a Beseju if we want to get the double kicker on the Goyf. Alright, Trespasser, you got it. Let's kick and kick. Nice. A Denick in the yard. We don't hate that. Do I want to save damage? Nah, let's go. Let's see if we can find something else to put in the yard. Oh, sure. We'll put another Rafine in there. That's fine. At some point, we got to try to find a way to race. Sure. Get rid of Dennick, obviously. I don't think I'm going to block, though. I'm just going to say, you know what? If you got it, I guess if it's something like Shieldred, then so be it. It was not. Oh, that is not a bad pickup, though. We do like that. We like those, as they say. Where do we want to put the counters? I guess we put them on Rafine. Why not? Discard 1, discard 2, I think is what we're going to do here. And just hold on to that Ellis. And then I'm going to cast Ellis. I'm going to take a point so I can leave Otawara up in case we want to do that. I mean, probably a little dangerous, but seems fine. Opponent wants to make disappear. I guess we have 2 make disappears. All right. No, they didn't have 2 make disappears. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm just gonna, I guess, let you remove some things. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, sure, no blocks. I go to 5. Let's see how dangerous it is for me. Another one. Wow, that sucks. That is actually a pain. That's a problem. Because now the Goyf is going to be worthless. Or near worthless. Actually, this is kind of nice, though. How do we want to go about this? No attacks. In the turn. We have 2 blockers. Nothing else in our yard for them to remove right now. Shieldred is kind of annoying, but it's fine. Let's see what the opponent wants to do here. They don't have anything in their yard either. Alright. So let's go ahead and bounce Shieldred. And then let's go ahead and do this. Let's get... Man. I guess Lagrella for a Shieldred's actually pretty sharp. Ugh. Problem is, with creatures in our graveyard now, as soon as they attack and Shieldred comes out, we just die. Yeah. Oh, that's not true, because we'll gain 1 when this comes into play now. So we did find the thing we needed, which was another creature. So that's good. Alright, if we were to play this, we wouldn't be able to activate it. So just be mill a card, gain 1. We'd have to not mill another creature to our graveyard is the problem. Oh, this is tough. This is tough. I mean, I'm trying to figure out the best way to go about this. Because we're trying to both dance around Shieldred and the triggers from the Glutton here. And there's no way to cast 1, 2, 3. Nope, we can't do both of these in any capacity. We can do one or the other. Oh, man. This is tough. Green, white, blue. Yeah. Then we take 1 from Ludwig. But I'd have to discard that for targeting that thing. Wow. Yeah, I guess we don't have a choice. We're just going to do this. I think is all we can do. No creatures in their yard. No creatures in ours. No attacks. Yeah, this is just a real tight one. We're going to go to 2 with the Shieldred. Okay. Well, that's going to kill us anyway. Yep. GG's. This one I think we're going to mulligan. I feel a lot better about this one, so let's keep this. We'll probably get rid of Beseju, I think, here. Makes the most sense to me. Oh, actually, well, I guess it doesn't matter. I was going to say green mana, but, I mean, we'd be able to cast whatever legends here anyway. Alright, let's see what we can do. Pack Song Pup, okay. Don't hate it. We'll go with this. Get an attack in. We will discard probably this. And get us a 3/4. Start gaining life against what looks like it's going to be a werewolf deck. And it probably means we also want to hold on to this Iganjo. Yeah, I've never been a big fan of Howling Moon in a lot of these decks for that very reason. Just too often ends up putting you in a spot that's not great. Discard that, and I don't know if I want Old Rudstein or not here. Yeah, probably. Sure. Now we got multiple things with Ward. We're coming over the top. Celestis. Wow. What kind of... This isn't just a normal werewolf deck. Something else is going on here. Alright. I can give it +2. I mean, if they attack, we're not blocking. I mean, we're at 25. We have no reason to block. They can do whatever they want here. Not sure if they thought maybe we would block, but yeah, blocking is not in our best interest. I mean, we can deal 10 on the next attack step. So yeah, that's kind of silly to block there. Sure, counters up top. And get rid of 1, 2, 3. Instead of being 10, it's just going to be 8. We didn't draw any other spells to really put on stuff. Alright. And then we'll go ahead and play Old Rudstein. Who produces a token. I'm going to hold this, I guess, so I have some other stuff to discard potentially. This can also just kill that thing when it attacks. So unless the opponent just sweeps the board here, I guess, if they had a burn down the house, I guess maybe I could have put more counters on Rafine, would have been helpful. But even then, we get all of our guys back as 2/2s except for Ratadrabic, so that's not great for the opponent either. Yeah, I don't think we lose from this position. We'll see, though. They're actually plotting some things here. They're attacking. I guess we'll attempt to kill that. See what they do. I mean, who knows? They might save it. Gain 2 life. Colossal. What is this? People are going deep. Okay. Well, that's a thing to know. All right. Then I guess we just take it. I mean, like, that's so random. But okay. Sure. I was gonna say, do whatever you're gonna do. It ain't changing nothing here. Yeah. Sure. Go to 18, I guess. I don't know what's even going on right now. Yeah. All right. Game over. All right. This hand seems good enough to keep. I don't see a reason why we wouldn't want to mess around with this. We have the option of Dennick or Ellis on 2. And we could also, like, Goyf on 3, Goyf on 4 if we were to find the land. All right, I was trying to decide what to do. I think we're going to lead with Ellis since we have a backup one. Either way, we're going to take a point of damage, so that doesn't really change our opinion much here. Bankbuster, all right. Let's go ahead and run this out. Actually, I couldn't cast Dennick here anyway by playing that on 1. So, yeah, never mind. I could only cast Goy for Ellis. So I'd subconsciously made up my mind even before I drew that other one. You know, sometimes I forget Ellis has Death Touch for some reason. Couldn't even tell you why. Oh, well, Rafine, you are a pleasant card to show up, because maybe you increase the chance we'll find land that we need. That would be great. We did not, but we will discard this. Oh, there we go. All right. Yeah, really, really, really want to find a land for this Goyf. If not, I think we're just going to go ahead and run a Dinnik out anyway, though. Now, the sad thing here would be if they played something like Liliana, because then we're going to have to discard or sacrifice our Ellis, I'm pretty sure. No, they are just digging. Okay, I don't know what they're digging for, but they are digging. They are on a mission. All right. Don't have other... Wait. Colorless. Oh, yeah, we'll have to take some damage here. That's fine. All right. Let's do this and this. Awesome. Sucks we lost 2 Slowkirks, but that's fine. We're going to attack. I'm going to put the counters here. Just to try... Oh, there's another Slowkirk, actually. Let's get rid of the Dinnik, and... Don't really want to give up Lagrella so easily right now. So I'm going to go with Ludovic here. Mostly if they happen to be playing like Burn Down the House or something, we get to hold on to Rafine. That's kind of what that play was about there. But now we have a lot of damage. You got a 6-7, you got a 3-6, so we get to hold the Goyf and a Rafine. Not really sure what they're going to do here. And honestly, if they have a Burn Down the House, they actually just die. Well, they played a land tap, so I guess they're not going to have it anyway. But they would have went down to 11 from Ellis dying, or maybe it's just other creatures. Yeah, another creature. Binding away a Goyf. Okay. Did not see a binding coming, honestly. I should when you see all non-basics and stuff, especially the tri-lands. All right, they're drawing again, making a 1/1, so at least have something to block with here. Still have 2 mana available. I mean, I guess we take a shot at just playing Lagrella here. I mean, why not? Herd migration. All right. They're going to go search for a land. Interesting. I guess maybe their plan is just to play another herd migration next turn. All right. Well, now that we've seen that that's probably their plan, I'm not going to remove this Ellis here. I'm just going to get the damage in that we can. And, yeah, we're going to keep our... 6 is going to put the opponent at 9. Yeah, if we do this, we just get to kill them next turn if they don't get rid of the Rafine. So this seems fine. We can't really play anything else unless we just want to play a straight up Goyf, which we might. So let's just go ahead and scrap this. And maybe, let's get rid of that. I think that's fine. And yeah, we'll just play a big Goyf. No trickery. Just a big 7-8 Goyf. All right, we're back to 18. I don't know what they would have here, but I guess we got to see it. Depopulate, sure, that works. I mean, fortunately, we still have some flyers. We get to drain them for some life here to put them to 5. I think we're just going to play Dinnik. And that's probably it. Or... Yeah, we're just going to play a Dinnik. That's fine. All right, they're going to cycle another herd migration to gain some life. Get a card. All right. What you got, opponent? Kind of surprised they were still searching for lands instead of just playing. Well, I guess they needed 1 more mana still. That kind of makes sense, I guess. All right, well, where are we at? What are the odds we could find another untapped land? That would be pretty nice. Sadly here, I think we actually have to get rid of Shauna. I think is the sad but real play here. Whether we want it to be or not. And as much as I like the idea of a Takenuma... Because here's the greedy play I want to go for. Here's what we're going to do. I don't think this is the best play, but I'm taking the greedy path here. Attack the opponent. Put them to 5. And then if we play this, we could tap 1, 2, 3 for her. We need a blue and a white in 2 colors. All right, so we can't do this. Oh, wait. No, forgot. We already have 1 Takenuma, so we got to do this slowly. So, let's cast the Grella first. Removing Shana. And we'll remove this. So if it dies, this comes back with 2 counters, and we have a 4/5, and it's all good. Like, yeah, you might as well. Though, that's a little bit... Since we've already had the attack step, that's actually kind of bad, because there's a chance I'd be able to remove that too, and that could be kind of bad for them. And then we will tap this for black, and then we'll play this. Keep this one. And then we'll play the Dennick. So we still have another flyer. Alright. Let's see where things are. I'm assuming they have another sweeper of some kind here. I mean, they've seen a lot of extra cards. I can't assume that they just don't have one. Alright, 4 cards in hand. I'm still banking that there's something useful over there for them. I mean... Obviously, we block. I mean, if you got something, you got something. Like, our creatures are probably going to die here anyway. Well, if you have a sweeper, I was going to say, oh, nope, just a Kaido. I guess they're going to go dig for one?
No secret is safe from me.
So I was going to say, if you had it, you had it. Anything? You still have 5 mana available because they have a treasure. Nope, that'll do it. I guess we kind of have to keep this, right? I mean, we can cast something on 2 and on 3, and maybe it goes somewhere. Oh, man, if this is mono blue, come on. Like, we need to be on the play against mono blue, or I think it's always just going to be a struggle. Yeah, this is going to be a hard one. I don't think we're... we'll see. We'll see. It's not unwinnable, but it's going to be real hard. It's going to be extremely difficult. I mean, not much you can do other than just force them to have the counters. You know, run the stuff out, see what happens. That card does help, though. Oh, I forgot. We couldn't cast... Oh, yeah. We couldn't cast this anyway, the way we played our lands. Alright. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to lead with this. Obviously not going to resolve, but we'll see what happens. I was going to say, if you're not countering these, what the hell else are you holding on to? Alright? Like, it wouldn't make sense otherwise. There's some negates, which are worthless against us, actually. So, we don't hate that. We'll go with this. Maybe. Okay, they do let us have that. Could have used that land. Because keeping something from getting bounced later in the game could be huge. I chose not to counter anything there, which is very interesting. I'm going to be pretty patient here. I was kind of hoping to flip like a Dennick or something would have been real nice. See what old Rutstein, if you get to do anything. Nope, gets an Essence Scatter. Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. I'm going to go ahead and blast this. Like, they can protect it, they can bounce it, whatever. Nope, they're going to impulse to try to find something, though. Looks like they found what they were looking for. Oh, they're just going to Fading Open. All right, we're down with that. So that leaves us wide open to do whatever we want here. So we like that. We like where this ended up. Yeah, let's go Ellis. We're going to have to take some damage for this bad boy, but it's worth it. Gain 1. We're going to attack. Nice. Sadly, we don't get to put a counter on that at all. I'm going to get rid of just 1 Spar as headquarters. I think we're going to need the mana possibly from this later. Their deck obviously has nothing we're going to remove enchantment or artifact-wise. Terror. Okay. You got a Tolarian Terror. Ooh, Goyf. You ain't bad. You ain't bad at all. All right, let's attack with this dude. We know the opponent can't bounce it because they don't have the mana for it. All right, I guess that has to go away. Let's see if we can just make the Goyf big enough that the opponent doesn't really want to do anything. So let's kick and kick. All right, that's nice. And we go to 11. We're just going to hold this. All right, we can actually activate Ludwig now next turn, I believe. We need 2 black, 2 blue, and X, so we can do that. All right, opponent opted not to attack. This is actually a pretty good card here. We have to pay 2 because of the ward there. All right, I'm up for it. Let's do it. I mean, how you feel about this? They're going to make this appear and try to make us pay for it? All right. It resolves. We're going to obviously not pay for that. That resolves. Decline. All right. Resolves. Okay, so now it's just what do we want to attack with? Because if we attack with any of these 3, we can make these big enough to actually fight with the terror. But they get to block after the fact. So for now, I think we're just going to get in with these 2. Put the counters here. Potential counters, I should say. Yep, and that's all she wrote. Actually, no, realistically there, I should just attack with everything. The reason being that if I attack with all of it, the opponent's kind of forced into having to block Goyf anyway. And then I would be attacking him for 2, 4, 5, plus whatever I decide to discard. Assume it'd be at least 2 things, because we're going to draw 4 cards. Because if they don't block there, then they take 9, 10, 11, 12. And it's pretty easy for us to potentially find 3, and then they're just dead. So yeah, I should have just attacked with everything there. But either way, the game's over. The opponent's not going to do much, all things considered. Okay. Yeah, we keep this. I mean, worst case scenario, we can at least play these 2 to get started. And then hopefully we draw something after that. If we get any land, we should be able to play Slowkirk. If we get a black or a blue land, we should be able to play Lurgoyf. So this is okay. We can piece something together here. Sometimes that's all you can do. You just plot out an opener saying, hey, can I get through the first few turns, maybe casting some things. There we go. That helps a lot. Like I say, we're a little bit white, huh? All right, we're going to go ahead and still play Thalia first. Would have been nice if they would have played like land creature or something and would have let us know we could get away with playing Dennick. However, playing blue-white, there's probably a good chance that Thalia was the right choice. Nope, never mind. They have a Ledger Shredder. Well, that changes everything. All right, no attacks. So now we're hoping for another untapped land so we could play Lurgoyf and maybe get some counters on that Slowkirk. But let's see what the opponent's up to here. I mean, if not, I feel like we probably end up playing like Dennick here, but who knows? Okay, well, I'm going to kick it at least once. Well, we got a lot of lands on old Slowkirk, though, so that worked out. We ain't mad about that. Hey, if we don't get a creature, we might as well hit lands, right? All right, opponent's going to take a big 6-ball there, it looks like. Okay, cool. So this is the blue-whites. I'm assuming they're playing all the spells that like target things, put counters on them. Probably has a double strike dude. Hadn't seen this deck in a minute, to be honest. Oh, wait. What? Oh, I thought they were making a really aggressive attack. I was getting concerned for a second. I was about to be a little bit out there. Let's try Ludwig. Probably not going to work, but, you know, oh, it does. Land or creature, both are fine here. All right, there's a creature. Definitely want that into play. I guess we just go with Slowkirk, huh? And just see what the opponent does. Sure. Is this just whenever it leaves the battlefield, we get to return the lands? But if we do this, they don't get to scry. So let's go ahead and activate it. And then we still get all this. So that seems fine. Like a little bit quirky how that works out. I normally wouldn't do that. I would just say, let's go ahead. It's going to die, whatever. But in that case, we do actually take away a benefit from them by doing that. Okay, we go to 17. What is the opponent looking to do here? That's a little bit awkward. Probably safe to assume they have some type of counter here. Or they're going to untap a creature when we attack or something of that nature. I would think. Let's go with Dennick here. I mean, if they end up countering it, I mean, I guess it's fine. It would tap their blue mana, so it would take away any tricks we'd be concerned with. They didn't counter it yet, and they're still not going to. Okay. They have to be planning to untap, right? Because nothing else would make sense here. So, what do we even do here? I guess. I mean, we kind of know we're walking into it, but we at least get them to spin the card here, where it matters less to us. And if it dies, we also pump the Goyf, and we can start attacking with that, potentially. So I guess it's fine. Oh, they didn't even have that. What? Huh. Oh, they were trying to wait for us to do some other things. Okay, okay. Fair enough. They don't like us having the Thalia because it probably limits them on the number of spells they can use on their creatures. All right, they're attacking again, putting us all the way down to 13. Ooh, Ashana showed up. How do we feel about Ashana? Let's see. We could Shana, then I need to leave a white open so we could use this at some point. So let's see. Can we, if we leave this open, we'd have to pay white, green, blue, and then we could play white, blue. Okay, that's fine. Or we could just play Ellis. But we're going to gain life off of Dennick anyway here. So I guess it's fine. Sure. Maybe I should have waited till I attack first, because then, you know, I could draw cards also with Shana, but it's whatever. Here we go. I mean, this is where they get to untap something, I'm sure. I'm going to say you're not... Oh, nope, they're just going to impulse here. Okay. I was thinking... Yeah, otherwise, they've been making some aggressive attacks here. If they don't have a combat trick. I'm a little bit surprised. But we'll see. Okay, there's the shore up. I was going to say, like, I was expecting something like that to be there. It's going to be a little weird if there weren't. Gains hexproof, so we can't target it. Okay, that's fine. What can I do? I can cycle. Wouldn't be able to use Shana this turn, so that's a little bit annoying. Opponent's still going to take 2, 4, 6. We'd keep this alive. And then they're at 4, and we're a long way from dying, unless they have something for double strike. Yeah, because unfortunately we can't target this. It has hexproof. And it's not worth it to target, I don't think. All right, cool. Here's what we're going to do. Gross Lurkark so it doesn't die. Opponent goes to 4. We gain some life. We're declining because we don't have mana. And I think that's it. I mean, they have to leave a bunch of mana open to deal with a lot of stuff that we have. All right, that grows your card. I mean, it's a 3. So that's 6. Giving one of those double strikes makes it 9, 10, 11. That's still not enough. Yep. Sure. Get a pile of cards. I mean, maybe they find some... I was going to say a couple of Fading Hopes or something. That could work. All right. I attack with that and draw cards here. Because it did have Vigilance till the end of turn. So that's actually fine. And that's still going to do it. All right, we go first. We are keeping this. We're able to cast everything in hand, and that's one of the better situations we could hope for, I think. Let's go ahead and play that tapped. We're going to rush Thalia down to the board as fast as we can here. All right. Willing to take that point. Then we Slowkirk into a Goyf and hope for the best, I think, is where we're at here. Guardian of New Benelia. Yeah, opponent, don't do that. Thank you. I'd have felt really bad having to block that. All right, we're going to go with this. And then we get to see what the opponent's got for us. So no attacks. Let's see what's up. Now, it's going to be a little tough if they play the Anointed guy, because that would make it to where we either can't play Rutstein or Goyf, depending, and that's a little bit difficult. Okay, that's the best news we could have gotten, because we really wanted to be able to kick Goyf this turn. So that's super nice. You're attacking with just Bankbuster. I'm not blocking. If you attack with both, I am definitely blocking Guardian. Huh. I guess they thought better of it. That was not what I thought was going to happen there. But okay, here we go. Let's kick and kick. We got a lot of lands, though. Here we go. All right, big 7-ball incoming. They're going to have to discard a card, obviously, to keep this alive. Unless they just want to take 7. I was going to say, that's so totally fine, too. All right, 7 it is. End the turn. All right, Cathar. Sounds good. Do I want them to have that? Or do I want to return some lands? Because, I do have another one, but I kind of want to get those lands back, actually. So let's go ahead and return this. I mean, it then means they have no risk to their Cathar, but yeah, it's whatever. And we'll get this, a Deathcap Glade and a Spara's headquarters. So do what you will here, opponent. Do what you will. Yep. I mean, I don't mind. I'll just go to 15. Yeah, that's fine. Like, looks good to me. All right. What all do we want to hear? We have the odd casting cost situation, too, so we can't really get away with what we want here, unfortunately. Really wish that weren't the case. I wish I had something that cost 2 or whatever in hand, but we don't. So, yeah, we could attack. They could protect that, whatever. So I'm just going to say no. Now, the cool part here is we do get to potentially kill something with Iganjo, which also would then let us grow the Slowkirk and be able to block something else. All right, well, that's fine. You could call Rutstein, I guess. Like, mild annoyance, but yeah, it's whatever. So Thalia is kind of a non-issue in this fight, except for when they played the Bankbuster. So, I mean, I guess unless they have some actual removal spells, it's not going to do much here. A little bit disappointing. By a little bit, I mean a lot, actually. All right, opponents, how you feeling? How you feeling? What you want to do here? You're going to attack with 2 things. You're going to scry up with your other duder. Enlist. Yep. I'm not opposed to that. Let's go ahead and kill the Bankbuster. And that starts toward growing our Slowkirk. And then we'll take 4, go to 10. And then maybe we find something good here? No blocks. All right, come on, deck. I know you can do it. I don't know if I'd say that's good, but it's something. I could play Rutstein here, but it doesn't really do much. I think we're better off just playing Ludovic and then cycling the Spara's headquarters. I think. All right, that's not too bad. There's a chance we're just gonna block here on next turn anyway with some things. What do we have in the graveyard? Ellis and Rafine. Actually, turning Ludwig into a Rafine ain't bad. Yeah. I guess we just pass? Doesn't feel great, but it's fine. I mean, we can make Slowkirk big enough to block the Guardian with whatever situation they decide to enlist. Yeah, we're not really worried about a second Guardian. Yeah, we're not really worried about that guy either. So yeah, we might have the opponent stalled out here for a turn. I was going to say, are they going to actually attack here? Oh, they're not aware that maybe we could cycle. That's what's going on here. All right. Well, no, they can see the card in our hand. They know what's in our hand right now. They know they're playing with complete information. Oh, maybe they just wanted to scry. That kind of makes sense, I guess. They did leave both things on top, which is interesting. Wonder if they have the Angel. That's going to let them play stuff out of their graveyard. But all they have is a Bank Buster. Alright, we're going to cycle that. Alright, so no harm done really there. They just got to scry, which was a benefit to them. Okay, now we might start moving some things forward. I was thinking about playing Old Retstein, but this might just be better. So let's, well, hold on. Again, double check if it's in our graveyard. Just the Rafine. Could turn this into Rafine and attack, but I think we want to do this first. This puts more things in the yard, too, to pick from. Ooh, an Edenic. Excellent. Okay. Time to get in there with the big 10 ball. Ooh, opponent just took it. Okay. And the turn. I don't know what you're up to over there, opponent, but let's find out. Maybe they're just going to attack with everything? Nah, that'd be silly. They're not going to do that. Winning announcement. That's fine. All right. Opponent gives up. So yeah, as this worked out, this was actually pretty good. My concern, like we said from the opener, is that I'm not really sure if we want to replace that Shana with an Urtai. Though something down inside makes me want to have the Urtai, because again, I think we have so many things at 3 mana. But the Shana actually isn't bad. Like I said, when we have the Denic and we have the Ellis, it does give us a way to just get 1 or 2 cards a turn, which is kind of nice. So maybe for now I'll leave it, but if you don't own one card, feel free to swap them for the other. I think that could be totally reasonable. But the deck actually is viable. So kind of strange. It looks like a big mess, but it does play a lot with the graveyard and really does some really neat things. So yeah, honestly, if there was a card that was underperforming, I would say it might have been Old Retstein, which isn't terrible, don't get me wrong. It still does kind of what this deck wants, but I may end up cutting one of those to find room for another legendary creature as well. That's where maybe we could play another Urtai and not have to cut the Shana. But overall, the deck was fun. It did a lot of neat things. It uses the cards we like to play with. So yeah, I don't have a lot bad to say about it. It actually is pretty neat. And if you already have the parts for it, I say give it a go. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Balthor the Defiled. This is a 4-mana creature that isn't necessarily all that big. However, pumping your other creatures and getting them all back out of the graveyard is actually pretty good. And I will say this does for all players as well, so you do have to keep that in mind since this is mostly a commander card. But if you have a way to remove graveyards and then you're the only one with the graveyard, even better. And this card, while pricey, isn't out of the realm, I guess is the word I want to use here. Not out of, maybe out of the range of possibility for a lot of people, even though realm of possibility is usually the phrase. The reality is here, though, it only costs about $12 if you want one of the old ones, or if you want to get your hands on one of the secret layer ones, it's only about $6. So very attainable for a really powerful ability. Now, if you liked today's video and you want to like playing things that are off the beaten path, check this mono white deck out we played. It was really good and really surprising, and it's not the aggro stuff you're used to. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.